Yeah, let's talk quickly. Let's talk quickly about yesterday because that was amazing. 21-second sellout that happened so much quicker than we thought it was going to. And the community support behind this was so amazing. Um, so on that note, like we just want to thank you guys so much. Yeah, we just couldn't be like more stoked on what happened. We couldn't be more excited to continue moving and like building out this for all of you, and super super exciting. So a lot of you guys are in this space right now because we announced that we were going to do a trait reveal, and basically the process over that is going. The process behind that is the trait reveal actually should have started now, or at least 6 minutes ago, and it's going to slowly roll out over OpenSea as you guys might start seeing already. So you can see perhaps like yeah, these traits are starting to roll out, and you'll see all the rarities that we're going to introduce. And I guess like what we wanted to do today was also just go over like a lot of the questions. There's a lot of there's a lot of new faces in this Discord and this Twitter space, and all of that. And I think we just need to like set the intention straight, give like a little bit of background on the project again, and get like all of you up to speed on what we're doing. So that's why we want to host a space today, just to say hi to all the new faces, to make sure that everybody's really bought into what we're building here, and make sure that everybody understands. It's wild how different the Discord conversations are today versus 2 or 3 days ago. And now we're in this interesting spot where I still really want to guide the community in the right direction of like what we're actually building here. I want to get the community like just on the same page about all of this basically. Um, so if you guys are just following this project now, I can see it being kind of confusing and like I can see it being kind of overwhelming. And we have like a lot of differences between us and what you might be seeing with other projects in this space that I just want to clarify. And we just want to make really clear about like what our differences are, how we're going about building this, and like what we are and where we came from, basically. So I guess we can just start with a high level overview of like what Pixels is, how we started, how we got here, just to go over that so that everybody of you, like all the people here, know what's going on with that. So if you guys aren't aware, this is Pixels Online. We are building out a play to earn MMO. The vision of this game in the long term is to build a game that's more like RuneScape or something that's like a really complex MMO with like a lot of skills, a lot of different interconnected like things to do, quests and content that you can do in this game. However, in the short term, we are scoping down um, a lot of the initial scope. So our intention behind what we're building here is we're starting with a vertical slice model. What we're doing is we're going to be building out one strip of game elements at a time, and we've honed in on farming right now. So this is what this NFT drop was all about. We released farmland for you guys, and that's what this land that you guys own will actually give you access to. So if you guys aren't aware, over the last 2 months, we've actually been releasing game features already, and we have a game that you can play right now. If you go to pixels.online, you'll see a link to go and like actually try out the demo of our game. And the farmland will basically be built around these mechanics that we've been building for the last 2 months. If you guys aren't aware and you guys weren't a part of our Play the Mint, we actually did a really, really interesting thing to get a lot of this community involved into this game and into this mint process. We did a Play the Mint. And what that basically meant was that we, Pixels broke open, see, we had a playable game that we released, and basically every action that you did in this game earned you points. And the top 2,000 point earners got early whitelist access, and they were actually able to mint more of the land than anybody else was early on. And the intention behind this is one to like show you guys that we have a game that's already ready. We already have like a lot of the working tech behind this, just to show you guys that we're an like experienced team in building products and getting everything ready around that end. Then also to like make sure that we have the right people involved with this land. The whole intention behind this was I think there's a really awesome aligned incentive with the play to mint that we did that other projects don't have. The intention was to get people who care about what we're building in on what we're building. Get people who are interested in this vision, who are interested in the actual product that we delivered, to be stakeholders in what we're building. That's the really awesome thing about play to earn that doesn't exist in a lot of other spaces, and specifically with gaming in particular, where we have this like really awesome aligned incentive to be building this out together, and that's why we want people who were playing our game to get into this project. So the whole process or the whole mindset behind this mint was one, like make sure that we prioritize people who really care about what we're doing. Two, make sure that it's affordable so that nobody who like cares about what we're doing can't get in. And then three, support all of these people who are here early on um, to like just have the best experience possible. We feel so like obligated to make you guys such a good product and to build you guys such a good game after all the support we've seen, after all the love we've been given. It's just been such an awesome shared incentive where now we really are all in this together. And yeah, I guess I want to address some of like what we want to be like moving forward with as like the Pixels team for over like the next like month or so as we are like continuing to build out game features and as we are continuing to like build out this community. Obviously, we minted yesterday and we got as many of our like really invested or like stakeholders or like participants in the play to mint in as we can, but they also brought on like a lot of other people into this community. The challenge for all of us and the really interesting thing that we're all going to be trying to focus on is like redirecting that community and this energy back to the game, back to the product, because we think that's the best long-term decision here. So, and we think that's the best long-term way to build this product. Personally, you are never going to hear me talk about something like floor price or talk about anything like that around the NFT. What we are going to be doing in our mindset going forward is we are just going to continue to be building the best product that we can for you guys, continue to build out utility as often as we can, shipping as often as we can, and like just delivering as much utility as we can over the next 2 to 3 months. But even obviously beyond that, high level roadmap is that we're actually taking a backwards approach to our play to earn game than a lot of other play to earn games out there. We think a lot of play to earn games, this is just our opinion, but we think they rush way too quickly into dropping a token or blockchain backing key game elements. Our approach over the next like 4 to 6 months is we do plan to drop a token eventually, and this token will be earned on this land that you are owning and playing on. But we don't think it's smart for us to rush into that. We don't think it's smart for us to add people who are buying this land to speculate on it. Our intention is basically to spend the next 4 to 6 months really, really nailing down game features, making sure that your land has as much immediate utility as possible, and then blockchain backing it slowly and afterwards. So we don't want to rush into a token drop. We don't want to rush into a game development. What we want to do is we want to think about everything with this project in the long term. And for all of you guys too, like what we want in this community is this to be a long-term hold. We're going to continue to deliver and like build out product. We're building an engineering team right now. And the product is going to continue to move so much quicker than it has been. But yeah, then the intention is make sure that we can just build the best product. This is like, it sounds so simple and so like basic, but it's like such a different approach than a lot of the space that we're seeing right now. Build good product, build a game that's fun, and then like reap the rewards in the long term after that. That's what we're doing here. So yeah, that's like a lot of what we're up to. There's so much to talk about. We have like a lot of really interesting plans. So short term, what you're actually going to get with this land is you guys are seeing the traits right now. I hope you guys like them. You guys are seeing all the art that we made. So this is a land NFT project, right? So the art didn't really matter, but it was still like a big intention of ours just to make it look nice, make it look pretty, and make it so that it's like nice to look at besides just being land. But then actual access to the land is going to be granted in 1 month. So March 1st, that's the date that you'll get access to your land. The reason behind that is because we actually have all the tech built out. All of these like farms that you play on right now, Farm 101, Farm 102, if you go onto the game right now, that's the same tech that you're going to get. The way that we construct those farms is the same way that you're going to construct your farm. We have like a world editor and a map builder built out already. We don't write a single line of code to build any of our maps. It's all internal facing tools that you guys are going to get access to as well to customize your space to make it look like your own. All of that, you'll be able to put down farming plots wherever you want, and you'll be able to earn all the rewards that we have right now as just like you could in Farm 101 or 102. But then you'll also get all these other options to add on to them. So if you guys see, your OpenSea is slowly updating. Some of you are getting art that's populating now. Some of you are seeing other traits. Some of you are getting to like look at like all the different rarities. Right now, the rarities that we're going to be focusing on implementing or building around, the main one is land size. And the difference that that will get you is the actual utility on your land. So as you can customize your land, you'll actually have like a physical, or not physical, I guess, but a like size constraint on your land. Number one, because like some servers can only support such big land. So this like bigger land will have a nicer server attached to it as well. And then two, just to give like a bit of rarity as well. So you'll see the size trait. There's large, and small. That is the like key distinction here on this rarity that you want to be looking at. We've added other traits. Some of them are more aesthetic, but there also gives us potential like other traits to add utility to in the future. It basically all it's really up to us and up to the community on like what we want to be building around all of these traits. But immediate short term, expect land to be or expect land size to be the like biggest distinction of traits. Um, so sorry on that if OpenSea is having a tough time. Um, yeah, we can talk about that more later. But yeah, OpenSea might be like a little broken for you guys right now. That's all right. We like OpenSea here. They're doing their best. So yeah, on that news, all the art's coming out. All of the traits are being revealed, and my like encouragement to you guys is that like really think about what's coming out, because we are going to be shipping out so many more features within the next like 2 weeks. The store is coming, so that's going to be a really big source of content really early on. um, yeah, so that's gonna be a really big source of content coming early on, where you can actually trade in all the berries that you've been farming, trade them in for coins, and then buy upgrades or other types of seeds. So you guys might have seen or some of the teased art that we've done for the other crops. Those are actually coming out like really soon. We have those all coded. We're basically just waiting for the right time to drop them. Um, and then the store is coming as well too, really really soon. Wei, who's in this space right now, actually is helping us code that and helping us ship that really soon. um, and then we're bringing on more engineers to accelerate the engineering process and the build time process really really quickly as well too. But what the awesome thing about the play to earn space or the gaming space in general is, unlike PFP collections, you can only do so much to add utility for like a PFP project. With a game, we're going to continue to build out utility. We're going to continue to build out features. Um, those are coming out like on a weekly basis. We have a really strong background in tech and building products, and we're used to like a very agile methodology where we just ship a lot and build out consistent features. And basically, like the goal is to make your land like have more utility, like on a regular cadence. And we're super close to actually getting you access to it. But on that note, yeah, that's why we just want to like caution you guys right now, because um, there's so much coming. There's so much coming really, really soon, and it's super exciting for all of us. So I hope you guys like the art. I hope you guys feel good about the traits that you got. Um, OpenSea sounds like it's going insane. And if you guys have any questions, we're going to start opening that up now about, I guess, like high level roadmap. If you guys are curious on that, if you guys are curious about like potential things we're going to be doing about the token eventually. If you guys are wondering about anything, like what this land actually does, like what it's going to get you, we're like more than happy to answer that. Our goal is to be really transparent through all this process. Like we eventually want to become more of a DAO. So the intention again is to make this really community oriented with how we make decisions, to be extremely transparent through every decision that we make, to be responsible for all of them, and to be completely honest with our community. So ask us anything. We're literally not trying to hide anything. We'll be like extremely transparent, and yeah, we're super excited to be doing this all with you, and couldn't be more excited. So I guess it looks like Deard all weird has a question. I'm gonna bring you on to speak. How's it going?
Hi, I had a quick question regarding rarity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was you said the biggest distinction is land size. What are the different land sizes that exist for Pixel?
Yeah, want to answer it, Alex?
Yeah, so there are two land sizes that we have. Those are small and large. You guys will see the trait distribution already coming out on there. It won't be a precise number, but it's relatively exact over the 10,000 randomization. It's difficult to have exact numbers when you generate these collections, but the size will be how much land you actually have on your farm. So currently there's only one size in the current servers, but it'll limit the number of tiles essentially that you have access to.
Yeah, and the number of farm plots that you can put down. So if you guys see in our farming how it works right now is there's farm plots you place down, or there's farm plots that you can actually add the plants to. You'll actually be able to buy those farm plots from the store and put them wherever you want in your farm in the future. The land size will be correlated to that too, how many farm plots you can actually put around your farm. So there's gonna be several like in-game advantages around land size as well too, just based on yield and all of that.
Dope. Well, thank you so much for bringing me up and answering my question. Sounds awesome, and look forward to the rest of it.
Sweet. Yeah. Here, I'm going to bring on another question. How's it going?
Wait,
can you hear me?
Yet.
Yo,
can
you hear me? What's up, Luke? What's up, everybody?
Yep.
What's up with my farmers? I'm driving, my fault. I just had a quick question, Luke. I heard you mention OpenSea yesterday as well as today. I just wanted to find out their involvement with the project.
Yeah, awesome. So I actually just got permission to say this. So yeah, OpenSea is investing in the project through like the venture capital route. They're starting a venture arm, and yeah, they're like official investors into the project. So they're providing a lot of value add in their support. I've been talking to them. I really, really like their team. I think they're super, super helpful. And they've been like honestly great advisors to us. They texted us yesterday being like, "Hey, is this you guys? Like you spiked Ethereum gas." So if you guys saw the spike in gas yesterday, that actually wasn't Cool Cat Pets. That wasn't any other project. That was us spiking the gas yesterday, which is pretty crazy, and people noticed it.
Bet. Thank you.
So yeah, super exciting. So yeah, and like if you guys aren't aware, we did raise a round of venture capital because we really, really valued the value add that they give us. Like we're obviously young founders. We are like tech focused, and like the value add that some of these brands that we're bringing on, or some of these like investors that we're bringing on is like really, really high. There's so many logistics, or there's so many like things that can go wrong, or like things that these like investors really bring on, where like just the support around it and the value add from these like investors that we're bringing on is really, really immense. And it also just gives like another security or another like assurance to our holders on this project, where like taking on venture capital is a much bigger deal than like some of these ICO raises or some of the other areas. There's a lot more accountability just because it's a lot more regulated and all of that, where it's just a win-win for all of our stakeholders, where they get a piece of this now and they get the assurance of like this backing as well too. How's it going?
Yo. Thanks for bringing me up. I just wanted to share first and foremost, like I love the energy, guys. Like honestly, I sit on a lot of spaces, involved with a lot of projects, and I think one of the things that's really standing out just in the last, couple times within the community, it's just very, very clear, that the energy is really high, and I just love the fact you guys are shipping as fast as you are. So kudos. Just wanted to, as somebody that's holding multiple land plots in general, wanted to get a kind of an idea from your perspective on just the early stage game layers here. Obviously, there's a couple ways you can go about this. Like one is jumping into one of your farms and, basically setting down, and growing, whatever you can. Is there going to be a max, basically? Is there going to be a max amount of output per day that you can kind of get into on a per farm basis? Like, does it make sense to basically spread attention across, let's call it 5 different farms, or is there an advantage, to some extent to really kind of building out and continuing to tend to the same farm, if that makes sense?
Yeah. So one of the benefits of like waiting to blockchain back is that we get a little bit of time to figure this out. We're bringing on really talented game designers to help us like nail down exactly what the limits look like and adjust those accordingly. Right now, the main limiting factor is the number of plots of soil that you can put down for farm output.
Right.
But potentially, there's going to be like other elements that make us need to limit certain aspects. And right now, if we do that, we don't crash a token, which is great.
Right.
We can figure that out. So the intention is basically figure out good game design mechanics, figure out what works, make a sustainable economy, and then blockchain back it. So we're working with some good partners on game design to do that. And that's kind of our approach of how we're going to build this. But also, an important note is that all the progress that people make in the game right now, we are tracking and stating. Nothing's going to be reset. And that includes like right now. So if you were to go farm berries right now,
Nice.
these are your berries. Like they're always going to be in your inventory. And the intention is when we do drop a token, figure out some kind of distribution based on the work that people have put in. We can't like give any promises on what exactly that looks like, but just like note that's how we're looking at it. Figure out how to distribute to people who are invested in our game, who play our game because it's fun. That's how we like minted this NFT through the Play to Mint. It's almost going to be, it's funny, our ICO is almost going to be like a play to ICO or a play to airdrop in a way.
Yeah, that makes tons of sense, and I like that you guys are obviously angling a lot just back on the gaming side, right? It's not just about kind of buying and accumulating. Obviously, I know you're going to have more of the rent out your farm and let other players actually farm on it with the rev share components. But it sounds like the main emphasis continues to be like, hey, you got to get in there, build, you got to get in there and farm, and that's where the majority of these rewards and the token economics are going to come into play. It's not just going to be about buying and kind of holding and not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. What we don't want is like pyramid scheme economics.
Exactly.
Where we don't want to rely on like price or economics reliant on more people coming in. Ideal situation is like that helps, obviously. Like more people coming in always helps. But focusing like a sustainable economy around like good gameplay mechanics that get people coming back to the game for the game, or increasing gameplay time, increasing like the amount they care about it. There's a lot of interesting things that we can do to facilitate that through the product, and we want to make sure that we nail that first. So
love it. Hey, thanks so much for the answers, guys, and congrats on just a great launch. It's been a lot of fun to watch and excited to jump in, so I'll step on down.
Sweet, appreciate it. All right, gonna bring on. Hey, how's it going?
Who do we have coming up?
Razory.eth. I can also take some Discord questions in the meantime too. Here, Lead Knots. How's it going? Do you have a question, Knots?
Yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Doing great.
Congrats on the successful drop. Love the project. Looks amazing.
Thank you.
I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit about the space plots. Is that kind of the play there? The large space plots seem to be getting the most activity.
Interesting. Yeah. So the background, we'll see like what we do with that. Right now, all I can say is like the utility that we're focusing on in the short term behind this land is based around the size. That's gonna be like the one that we build around. We thought it'd be just like forward thinking to add like a few other features as we build, just to give us like some room to grow into the NFTs as well too. But yeah, if you like are thinking about utility and all that, think more centered around size for right now. And then like the aesthetics are obviously nice. So the backgrounds are something that we probably will use in some capacity eventually, like perhaps some crops grow in certain areas better. Perhaps like these traits like the coop or something like that increase like yield for chickens. These are all things that we're probably going to be building out. Right now, like the immediate utility when we release land in a month to all of you will be centered around size.
Dope. Thanks, guys. Well, congrats on the project and keep it going, man. Looks great.
Thank you.
bring on Hebrewish. How's it going?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
First of all, I'm really excited for this project. I was with the people that like from day one start farming the berries, and you feel silly and you just go in, right? Like you're like, oh, I gotta check on this before bed. I gotta plant some more berries, and like my roommate looked at me like an idiot. Uh,
It's very whimsical.
yeah, exactly. So first of all, great job, guys. Like I really am excited. I'm looking forward to what else you're bringing. Maybe I missed this and you guys already got that ask. I just hopped on. Um, what are your plans? You said there's going to be additional mints possibly for a collection for the same collection. If you can leak that or say that.
Oh no. Yeah, so the plan is like basically anytime we do a new skill, we're potentially gonna be dropping new land centered around the skill, and basically interconnecting like each slice of the game that we build as an economy. So farmland's gonna be like the most important one. It's almost like a genesis mint for us, where like we're gonna make sure that people who hold now like have long-term benefits to it. One, because we just think it's fair, and two, because like it is like centered around like a key resource in our game, food, which you're gonna need for literally everything that you do in the game. But yeah, the long term plan is like we're going with the vertical slice of a model of game development. We want to build an MMO that's scoped more like RuneScape, where there's like a lot of different skills to do. Like RuneScape has like mining and smithing and wood cutting, foraging, hunting, all of that. We want to like kind of build the game the same way as that, except obviously that's like super like out of scope. And to like build a good game, you need to like narrow it down early on. So we're just focusing on farming for now. Like that's like going to be the next while. We're even going to go like ICO or like dropping a token
Okay.
before like any of the other elements of the game as well too. But yeah, there's potential for other types of land in the future, but nothing like farming. It'll be something like for our mining skill, there might be mines, or for our sailing skill, there might be a lake or something like that.
I just revealed my third one that I'm holding, and yeah, no, I thought it was a bug, but apparently there's a space environment, huh?
Yeah, we thought it'd be fun. And then yeah, there's potential like interesting things that we can do with that. Honestly, we can even like leave it up to the community because the distribution is relatively uniform in a lot of these traits.
Yeah.
So there's like interesting bonus like multipliers that we might be able to add for like space land versus grassland versus other things where certain crops might grow better on certain types. That's something we can actually like leave up to the community, or that's like something that we're working through with our game designers as well too, to like finalize that and like see what that looks like fully.
All right, this is super impressive. Like I'm super psyched. I just watched all three of mine reveal, and they look awesome, and I can't wait for more. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Nice, no problem.
Of course, thanks for coming up.
Razory, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Did you have anything to say or ask?
Yeah, hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we hear you.
Congrats for the launch. It has been very nice to follow your communications, and the meeting was a breeze yesterday. I have only one question, and it is fishing part of farming, as we have the water plots there?
Those are probably just aesthetic for now. I don't want to overpromise on anything.
Okay.
But for now, like, yeah, we're just gonna be focused around building out game features that are more akin to Stardew Valley. There is fishing in Stardew Valley. It might be something that we add to it. But we're gonna be focused on building out like more on the upgrading side of like how can you make your like space better, how can you get a better yield on your crops, interesting things like that. And then perhaps, but again, I don't want to overpromise anything. We want to make sure the scope is clear, make sure expectations are clear around this.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you very much, guys, and good luck with everything. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Sweet. How's it going, Ghost?
You are on mute, if you're wondering.
I was on mute. Can you guys hear me all right now?
Yeah, we got
It's
you.
always embarrassing. But no, I was saying, congrats on the release. It was great. I've been in for a couple weeks now, and like the other guy was saying, it's like you kind of you start farming these little berries, and people start looking at you funny. My girlfriend was kind of I think she was thinking twice about who she started to date. But I told her, I was like, I need to get this gold rake, and then it was even worse. So I guess my question to y'all is, I guess my question to y'all, dude, is when gold rake, bro?
When gold rake?
Great question. We just need to get the game sprite in for that really quickly, which our artists will work on pretty soon. And then I already have a system to airdrop items in the inventories. They'll just be like a one-click thing for me. So really, really soon, we'll get it into your inventory ASAP. It might take like a day or two for it actually to do anything. But in your inventory, at least you guys can see it. You guys can brag about it. You guys can flex it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, soon.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I just wanted to say congrats and definitely bring up the gold rake because I can't wait. I appreciate everything y'all do.
Yeah, it is funny, like how invested people get in a place like this, right? That's like the awesome thing about Play to Earn, and that's like why I feel so strongly and so good about our community. Where like the amount that people care about what we're building is such a good signal to us. And the amount of like, yeah, sometimes it's like a little stressful because you guys care so much, where it maybe translates into anger. But overall, it's just like so great for us, and it's so great for this project to have so many people so invested and so like tied in, and so like they care so much. Where that just makes us feel so much more confident about what we're building. It should make all of you feel more confident too. So, Bowtied,
Hey, how you doing?
do you have a question?
Yes, yes, I
Doing
did.
good. How are you?
Congratulations, first thing, on the mint. I'm loving the reveal right now. I just had a quick question, and that was, are we ever going to be able to combine if we have multiple farms?
Yeah, so the way that we were going to go about it is just similar to the portal system, where you can like link them together. So you'll get access to the map builder, right? And you'll get to put like a portal wherever you want. So that's probably how like we're gonna go about combination. You can place portals that go to farms that you want them to go to, and that's kind of what we were thinking with that. And that's realistically like what we can get out in a relatively short time. Perhaps like in the long term, that looks a bit different. But at least short term, and what we can promise now is that's probably how it's going to work, that mechanic.
Awesome. Thank you for answering.
No problem. Here. Yeti vest.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, congrats on the mint. Yeah, again, super smooth. Gas sort of optimization was great too. Looking forward to what comes next. One thing I was curious about was since the actual farming isn't going to start until March 1st, I was kind of curious about sort of what to expect in the next month or so, since things might kind of die down and get a little quiet. So your guys' thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, we still have content and new game mechanics dropping in the next month. That's really important for us to get those out. So right now, if you farm in our game, you can just earn pop berries and that's it. And there's nothing to do with the berries. Weiwei, I'm gonna add him as a speaker so you can give him reactions. Weiwei is actually working on adding in new crops right now, and he's also working on like helping us build out a store. I'm gonna get back to some coding myself too, just to, like help get out more content. But basically, we have a bunch of content that we're ready to drop. We've been working on like building out all these mechanics around these crops, where now we have like game engine in place, where we're releasing things like new upgrades or new crops or new like different things like that. It'll be quite easy for us. Give you guys some more variation, where it's like a little lower touch development side, but still interesting content coming out as we work on getting all the stuff ready too. So there's things that we can do in the meantime that will still like keep the community engaged and keep it interesting. Also, we have NFT integrations coming out over the next month. So we slowed down on that a bit the last 2 weeks, integrating more NFTs. We have a massive pile of art that's ready to get integrated. We probably have like, what, Alex, would you say, like 10 to 15 collections that like have the art ready?
We're sitting on like 15 collections at least right now. I just got 3 more in yesterday, so ready to unload. Just to go off of what you're saying, we prepared for this knowing that like you don't unload your clip for the NFT drop. We have a new area coming out. We have new NFT integrations coming out. We have the general store coming out, the new crops coming out. We have tons of content planned for the next month, as well as getting your guys' farms ready. So just expect stuff every week. This is all planned out months in advance. So you guys are in for a treat.
Yeah, if anything, this might be the slowest week just because the team's been like grinding and working really, really hard to get here. And like the team needs just like a few days of like, not thinking about farming or not thinking about pop quiz, but we're about to be right back at it, energized, and we are like, the energy is so high from the team. Like you guys have no idea what yesterday felt like to us after like working on this for so long, and getting this out to you guys. Just seeing the community reception was so awesome to us. Where we just feel so obligated to give you guys a good experience now. This isn't like we don't care about the floor price. We just want you guys to like have the best farming experience.
Yeah, we're playing the game too, so it's like we just want to play along with you guys. Like we don't want to be bored in this game. This content isn't stopping. Like we want to continue to develop for playing along with the community as well. We want to be fully involved with you guys playing, fully involved playing ourselves. So expect big things.
That sounds awesome, and again, yeah, congrats on the smooth launch. Definitely a plug for Cold-Blooded Creeps integration later on if that's on your guys' list. But thanks again, looking forward to it.
Sweet.
Yeah,
so on that
anybody
note,
listening in, go ahead and slide in my Twitter DMs, hit me up on Discord. We'll get you guys prepped. You guys can also find our pixel requirements on our wiki, so you guys can begin to prep your artwork. Just contact us because there's logistics to sort out.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, and on that note, if you guys want to get integrated, we actually cover the cost in a lot of cases. You might just have to wait in line. But if you have a collection where you think like this is a good fit for the project, we want you in. The goal by the end of the year is to get like hundreds of collections in. It's such an obvious win-win for us. Where like the community that we integrate benefits, and then we benefit as well too. So yeah, let us know. Like speak to us at DM Pixel Lawyer on the Discord or post in the request channel. We'll get you like information on that. So yeah, take a look.
All right, perfect. Thanks. That's it for me.
Okay. Hey, we don't need to get mean about my in Discord, guys. It's been a long week. Do you have a question, Manon?
Yeah. So first of all, again, congrats on the drop. It went really well for whitelist. I was really happy for that. My question is, are we going to have Rarity Sniper? Are you going to have that integrated?
Yeah, so we're working on that right now. We're getting all the logistics around a floor watcher. We just introduced like a trading talk channel. So we're getting all the tools prepped right now, so you guys can follow the project a little more closely.
Okay, that's good to know. And I had one more question. Do you guys have an update on the OG airdrop for the Discord?
So yeah, we finally have capacity to do that now. This mint logistics stuff has been crazy. Getting farming's been crazy. We're working with Stardust.gg. They're going to help us facilitate that airdrop to all the OGs. And then, that'll be like the first like blockchain backed game element that we have. So you'll get a token, a Polygon token in all of your wallets. We have to collect those really soon. And then you'll also get like an in-game item associated with it too. So watch out for that. That's coming soon. More info on what the actual item is coming really, really soon.
Awesome. I think that's it for now. Thank you.
How's it going, Token? Do you have either of you have a question?
We got John here.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Good.
going?
How are you guys?
Doing good.
Wow.
All right, just a question that I had was, if I have a small house on large land
Mhm.
versus a large house on large land, does that mean I actually have more land because a small house is taking up less land and a large house is taking up more land? You know?
Yeah. So the limits on there will be certain limits associated with these like land types in both like the house and the land. So basically, what's going to happen is when you get land, you'll also get a house that you can build in, and those are the two different sizes there. So keep looking out for those. What we'll do is like each of these like the house and the land based on the size will have a limit of how many items you can put in them, how many plots that you can put down, etc. So it's more so about like actual like physical size and how much you can actually put down on it. That's like kind of the constraint here.
Okay. Thank you.
You have any questions on Discord?
Looking benefits to small land versus large land. That has kind of been addressed a little bit. This larger land will have more farm plot opportunities and will have more tiles width and height wise.
Golden rakes are coming. We'll facilitate that airdrop really soon. Basically, the item will get put right into your inventory in game. You won't have to do anything. We already have all your info. You don't have to like submit a form or anything like that. Just like the whitelist, how you didn't have to submit anything. Like I hope that was a really smooth experience too. I don't think I've seen many other projects do that where it was all automatic. People were freaking out about that because they were like, "Oh, I don't have to do anything." So yeah, I hope you guys were like excited or like felt like that was a good experience. So yeah, do you have a question, Token?
Yeah, I do. So I just wanted to know if there would be any way for us to either connect our lands to friends' lands or have some way to, link that connection, with the communities, because my community is pretty deep on the pixels. So, if we wanted to connect, how would we be able to do so?
Yeah, definitely. So that'll be that same portal system that we already have in game. So you know how you can go from Terra Villa to the farmland right now? You'll be able to put portals wherever you want that do that same thing. So that's really up to you. You can place them down just the same way that we do. You can have like hover text over them, so it can be like if you mouse over it, it's like this is this land, this is that land. That will be available when you get access to your land like right away. So that feature is like baked in already.
Okay, dope. Thank you.
Hey, JP.
Yo. My question is, how does this game work in terms of, like, so we don't need to make any transactions or sign anything to the blockchain when we're playing. So, yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, right now we're read only. The intention, just high level. I think we like went over this a bit earlier. But yeah, high level is we are going to slowly decentralize and blockchain back. We're not in a rush to do that, but we will be keeping track of progress in the meantime. Right now, we're read only from the blockchain. So we grab your address and then we store data on our database. As we decentralize more and more, and as we blockchain back, that data will be written to the blockchain, obviously, to Polygon. We have like the tech and all the architecture already mapped out. There's really interesting stuff that we get to be building. Actually, I think we'll be doing some of the first things in this space too. With like we're calling like pointer tokens and interesting things like that. We're really excited to build it out. We have like good technical roadmap for this already. But yeah, the intention is right now, while we're working on game design, while we're focused on building a sustainable economy, we don't want to rush into a token drop. We don't want to rush into blockchain backing because we know there's going to be things that we need to change. And if we have a hard time doing that, if we're not as flexible or as agile as we can be, we're going to be so much slower to develop the best game that we can. So we want as little friction as possible to deliver as much utility to the land as we can. On it once we have a good home on it. then we start blockchain backing mechanics. And that's when we do a token drop. But in the meantime, all the progress that you do in the game is saved. We have it. We're only read-only from the blockchain right now, so there's no cost. Even when we do add blockchain-backed mechanics, the intention is to subsidize all cost. We really want this game to be accessible. That means that we want to make sure that it doesn't cost money to play it. We want to make sure that it's free to get in always. And if you want to pay, obviously, or if you want to purchase assets, that's like another interesting thing to play to earn. Obviously, you guys are all stakeholders who have done that already. But yeah, the intention is like for people who want to be playing, make it accessible, make it easy to get into.
Gotcha.
So I hope that
So
answered. Yeah.
yeah, of course. So this is on Ethereum, but when everything's blockchain backed, will it be necessary to go to a different blockchain, or
Yeah,
because
yeah.
in my
So
mind, when I see other games, like you do every single thing you do is a Slang transaction, and it's on chain.
yeah, exactly. So big land drops like this, or like big NFTs that are like more considered assets, we wanted to be on Ethereum, just because that's more familiar. It's easier to buy. It's easier on secondaries, and et cetera, et cetera. But then obviously game mechanics will not work on Ethereum. So that needs to go onto a layer 2 solution. So we're doing an interesting thing of mixing the two, and we're also working on doing like a single login to do that too. So the important part, accessibility. There's an aspect of that comes around price. There's also an aspect of that comes around usability. So it's going to be really important for us to develop some kind of sign-in. That's just one click that will get you connected to both chains that we use. So yeah, expect the gameplay to be split among chains basically in a way, but really all the gameplay is on just a layer 2 solution where main land assets are on layer 1.
Awesome. One last question then. So what kind of L2s or side chains are you guys considering using, or have you guys already picked one?
Yeah, we have strong affinity to Polygon, and that's likely going to be what we choose. Luckily, because we're like taking our time to do this, we do get like a month basically to figure this out. Make sure that we're like making relationships with the like right chains and teams. Find a team that we can work with as well too on that end. So we have like a bit of time to figure that out and a bit of time to like not go in or like figure this out fully. But what we've been leaning to and like what we've been experimenting with and what we're about to like drop the OG token on is Polygon.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
No problem. Hey, Puffy.
Hello?
Hey, how are you doing?
Can you guys hear me? It's a little windy out here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I bet. So just one quick question. So does the small land, is that just a plain disadvantage or is there an incentive to have smaller land?
I mean, it's less to maintain if you want to look at it that way. If you want to call it a disadvantage, perhaps there will be like stricter limitations on small land versus other land, but obviously we still want it to be playable. And that's the interesting thing too about what we're doing now, because we're taking our time to blockchain back, where if there is a perceived like vast unfairness and on the limits that we choose, there's potential to balance it. But we do want to be really careful with that now, because this is like any decision we make, because this part isn't necessarily blockchain, or this part is blockchain backed. This land size is like it is on the blockchain. Like any decision that we make around this affects price. It affects how people view it. It affects like trading. We need to be like pretty cognizant of it. So like we really would like to avoid adjustments if we need to on anything like that. Like we probably won't adjust anything. But yeah, that's like also why we feel so strongly on waiting to drop a token, because when we actually get into more of like the gameplay elements, the gameplay mechanics, there will be situations like that where like potentially like, oh, this crop should grow a lot slower because it's like too much money per hour or something like that. We get time to adjust that. But yeah, for now, we're gonna be setting limitations. Small land might be like at a lower limit. It is gonna be at a lower limitation of like what you can do on it, in terms of like the items you're able to put on it, potential yield. That's just the reality of it. But it'll still be playable. It'll still be like plenty to use. And maybe you won't even need large land. We'll see. Depending on what you want to do. Maybe if you have a large guild that's working on it, maybe you have a community that is like on it, the large land might be more of a priority. Maybe if it's just you farming on small land, that might be all you need.
Okay. All right, for sure. Thank you for having me.
No problem. All right. Do we have any more questions? We're going to be wrapping it up in the next couple of minutes. But yeah, we'll take on a few more questions. I'm looking at the Discord right now, so if any of you want to ask a question in Discord, I can take one from there. But yeah, looks like there's a lot of activity going on in OpenSea. I haven't checked it out, honestly. Have not been looking at that, but yeah, it's so nice to see all the art on the collection. It's really nice if you just like search pixels. We're the first one that shows up. And nice. Will land in water / space be more or less productive? What we're thinking about the background properties or the environment properties is probably doing like different crops get different yields based on what environment that they're in. Does being a farmland owner mean we get whitelist mint for future collection drops? Being a farmland owner means that you get to earn more efficiently now. You get to customize the space. You get to get a better yield. This is the first time I'm saying this, or like this is the first time I like said this term. But like we're probably doing something centered around like a play to airdrop when we go into a token. We need to figure out exactly what those logistics look like, but just note that. So having farmland is a big advantage for that right now. In theory, what features should be the most valuable land plots? I don't like talking about price in that sense, and I don't think I should be. But I will say that large land and large houses will probably have like the most or the highest limits on what you can do, if that makes sense. So there will be a certain utility associated with that.
Yeah, there's also more large lands, less large houses. You guys are seeing the distributions coming in right now. You guys are asking about utility of the other equipment too. This is going to be we're not going to release every detail around these things right now as we build out the utility around these things. Just know that these traits do have unique properties that'll be introduced at a later time.
Yeah. Will passive income be a result from farming? Yeah. So that, yeah, if you haven't like been in tune with that, or like you haven't like heard that explanation, we'll get something like a bit better written, and we'll get better copy on our website soon about this. But we intend to build in Yield Guild features into the product. For example, right now, if you own Axies and Axie Infinity and you don't play Axie Infinity, you can lend them out to a company like Yield Guild, and you can get like scholarship money from them in return. I think it's like kind of weird, or like kind of a weird workaround that you just go through like a third party to do this. We're just going to be baking out those features into the product where if you have land and you don't have the time to actually use it or farm on it, you'll be able to allow other people to come onto your land and share the yield. So you will be able to like set a percentage of like what you want people on your land to like take. So like Yield Guild, I think like the scholars take 80% of the like rewards. Perhaps like if you have people come on your land, you give them 80% of the yield of the farm. That'll be up to you. That'll be a setting that you can set. Yeah, I have so many questions, Notorious MRE. Well, we're going to be doing more AMAs. The intention is to do these really regularly because there are a lot of questions. And also, we just want to be really involved with the community. I've been told that we are like particularly active founders for like the community. I think that's ridiculous if we are, because I just think that we owe this to everybody here. I think that we should be. And this is like type of engagement that we intend to keep. So expect the same level of involvement from us. We really care about this. We really care about this community. Like this community is what makes us. And we're so excited to have all of you involved here. We're so excited to be doing this with all of you. And yeah, this isn't just our product, and we know this now. You guys are like stakeholders in this just like we are. And we are very aware of that. We are going to do our best to make this worth it for everybody. We have this win-win mindset. And yeah, we truly, truly believe that we're all going to make it. The intention is like, if we succeed, you guys succeed. If you guys succeed, we succeed. So with that in mind, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys are all happy with these trait reveals. We'll get regularly scheduled AMAs. Like we'll do these on a cadence. Number one, so I can just like plan my life around these. And we'll get more info on that really soon. The team, we're gonna take some time. Like we're gonna take turns taking like a few days off over the next week. So there might be some like inactivity from us. We'll be right back on. I promise we're not like we're not going away. But yeah, want to take like
it's been a long few months.
Yeah, want to take some precautions for everybody's mental health. Want to make sure the team's doing well, and you guys want that too because yeah, we're in this for the long run. We're gonna be here for a long time building this. Pixels is not going away anytime soon. And we're so excited to be here for you guys. We want to do the best that we can for you. So with that being said, I will close this up really soon. Thank you guys all so much for listening in. If you have any more questions, we'll try to respond in a Discord as much as we can. We'll be around. Our mods are great. They can answer most of the questions, honestly. Our mods are so great. So if you have questions, they might be there too. They can answer a lot of the things. And yeah, yeehaw.
God, that is not our slogan.
I'm trying to make that stick. We can get some feedback. That can be a DAO vote if I end every AMA with yeehaws. But thanks, guys. I'm gonna close up the space now. More coming soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Feel free to ask us questions. We'll be communicated. And with that, that's a wrap.
Discord.gg/pixels.